The Phoenix Suns got swept out the playoffs. Ideal
Tomato.
Is the hip-hop beef corny, man? Kendrick, where the hell you at? TikTok is about to die, Artie. I'm sorry. Yo, episode 61 of the Queued Up Podcast, baby. Ball till you fall. Am I Cat Williams?
No, wouldn't I?
Am I Carl Anthony Towns? What's up?
Queued Up.
Yo, round of applause, round of applause. Yeah. What is the word? What's going on, you beautiful people? Shout out to all my people in the building we got today. We got the crew. We got just the regular Joe Schmoes. My brother Artie Reeps is not in the high chair. Oh, my goodness. Big Calvert Productions, RC in the building.
Yep.
Gibby _ .. visions in the building. And then my dog Radio Chewy in the building as well. Episode 61, you guys are not locked in the Queued Up Podcast. You're locked into the Queued Up Podcast. Let me speak more loudly and clearly. I am DJ Eric
Articulate
Michael.
yourself, please.
Myself. Thank you. 61 episodes.
61
Yo, round of
joints.
applause one more time, man. That's nuts.
Yeah, we in here.
That is crazy. Shout out to my brother DJ T3, Jeff Thurston, for being on episode 60.
Fire.
It was dope.
Fire. The energy of that episode was great.
It was really good.
Live art. No, the artist.
No, the artist, my boy Travis, DJ Nonstop was in the building. It was just a lot of shit going on. A lot of shit flying.
That
but
was
it
overwhelming, baby.
Oh, yeah. Hey, I drank it all on the way home, man. Hey.
Did you just admit to a crime?
Yeah.
I stopped driving and I fell asleep in the Taco Bell parking lot.
Shut your ass up.
Wee woo wee.
You ain't got no proof of it, nanny boo boo. I'm joking, though.
Yeah, except for live confession in 4K.
Yeah, what?
That's admissible.
It is 4K too.
But you know.
You're
We
going
got
to
'em.
jail.
Anyway, how was your week, sir?
I didn't drink any of it, officer. Nah, my weekend was
lying to sound cool,
I
officer.
was wanted to be cool, you know. Shit, nah. I have not had an alcoholic beverage in a week.
There you go.
Hey, good job.
Yeah, see?
There you go.
Thank you. I can smell colors now. I can smell the sexy red couch. I can smell it.
Have you ever done no fat before?
No fat.
No fat, like no jerking off. No,
No fat.
yeah, like for a.
What did you think he said?
I think it said no fat. I was like no fats in your diet.
I know you haven't. Done
That's funny. Hell no.
That's fucked
I'm
up.
about
My
to
bad.
kick
I
your
love
ass
you,
for that.
I'm kidding, Aaron. I
right.
fucking love you.
No, I have not done. Well, I mean, if you want to say no fat, like no nut November, I went like. I think I don't even want to say it. I'm gonna
Just say it.
Like a week.
Oh, that's not bad. I mean,
How long you went?
the longest I went, I did a full no nut November before.
Really?
Yeah,
How was that?
bro. I tell you what,
She was rough.
that shit was hard. No pun intended.
Wow.
That's fucking crazy.
That shit was crazy.
We're not going
But,
down this road.
No, because I was thinking when you were saying you were like seeing colors. It's not that far, but I really felt like I had infinite energy at like the end of the month because I was just so fucking horny.
Damn.
I'm just saying, this was a while ago. So this was like years ago.
See, man, when you work in the industry that I work in,
He
it's
said,
like,
"See,
you
man."
gotta keep a cool, calm head, all right? I'm just saying, man. You know, shit. You're around women and stuff like that all the time. You know, you can't. You gotta see it as work. If you see it as anything more than that, you're fucked.
You got to keep your
that's for
keep
sure.
your eyes straight.
That's for sure.
Yeah,
Keep your eyes.
just handle your business. you
Horse
know.
blinders.
Get that
For
money,
any
get
women
it
watching
better.
our
vision.
show, we appreciate and value you very much.
Absolutely.
We love the women. But yo, we have a jam-packed show for you guys. Episode 61. We're going to be talking about, is TikTok finally going to be canceled, or what it's already going to do for work now, because that's all he does for a job. We're going to be talking about a flame-throwing robot dog now for sale. It's pretty damn cheap and actually scarily affordable.
Really?
Yeah.
We'll talk about it because what they going for?
Talk about it. Mike Tyson.
I might run up in the beach with
Nah,
Flame.
shit. This world is going to hell, man. I don't even know.
Hellhound.
Tyson, you're literally a hellhound. Tyson versus Paul is actually going to be a professional sanctioned fight.
Yeah.
And almost 10 years since Avengers Endgame. I kind of hammed it up, but it's closer to 10 years than it isn't since
That's crazy.
Endgame dropped.
That's crazy.
So we're going to talk about that shit. But before we get into any of that, even before we get into the hip-hop beef and everything, first topic, since we are in Phoenix, Arizona, we're in the city of Phoenix, we're in the state of Arizona. Do not try to – I got it right. All right, I didn't say the state of Phoenix.
Confused me for a second.
Hey, I got it right. Okay? We are Suns fans.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up Suns fans.
Yep.
Some of the real ones were there back in the day, not just when they went to the finals 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm. Was that 4 years ago already?
2020.
Damn.
Or 2021.
Time just be going, ain't it?
Yeah.
But as a true fan, that gives us all the license to get critical. Because I'm gonna get critical. Aaron gonna sugarcoat.
You know, Aaron's gonna be an actual basketball analyst, and other people are gonna be thinking with their fucking kneecaps and elbows like cavemen.
Okay.
But the Phoenix Suns got swept. All right, there it is. Chewy, blow the fuck, bomb it, damn it, something, shit. One more. I need it. Yes.
Oh God.
Whole carpet bomb.
Oh my
Carpet
gosh.
bomb it.
The old AC 130 if you play Call of Duty.
Hey, that's a good one. We gotta start calling that out. Carpet bomb it, Chewy.
Yeah. Ricky. Suns got swept.
Yep.
To the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Yep.
Anthony Edwards doing the DX suck it
Rightfully
Damn.
so.
for like 5 minutes.
Rightfully so.
Like,
Cheesing too.
Find that man.
What happened? What happened to back in the day? Like even in like
Getting fined?
getting your ass beat.
Well, we did. No, that ain't back in the day. That's what happened to us.
Hey, we might lose the game, but we winning on him. If we had PJ Tucker on our team, he ain't gonna let that shit slide.
Who on our team can beat up Anthony Edwards?
He ain't beating up Nurk.
I don't know.
They're going.
I don't think that's it. And Nurk is that's who you go to first? Yeah.
Who else we got? Devin ain't.
We're cooked.
I mean, I would like to. I wouldn't mind seeing Anthony and Brad shoot the fair one. That'd be kind of fair.
I'm off Bradley Beal right now, man.
I'm talking about hands, not actual basketball.
I'm talking about everything. This nigga need to shave his mustache. I'm salty.
Good Lord. Well, the
I'm
Suns
salty, gang.
have been a very controversial team this whole year because they added another max player with Bradley Beal, who waived his no trade clause to come over from the Washington Wizards.
Mm-hmm.
On paper, the team looked amazing when you have Devin, Kevin, and Brad.
Yep.
A couple of Hall of Famers potentially. You think, oh, cool, yeah, we got it. Multiple scores. You can have an all-star on the court at all times.
Mm-hmm.
Got off to a rocky start. Brad got hurt. We had to pretty much swap out our entire roster, had a brand new coaching staff and everything. It was a lot of new shit.
Mm-hmm.
And the expectations were either fairly or unfairly high, depending on who you ask. Some people had tempered expectations, like, hey, make the playoffs, at least make a good run, right? Some people, we're going to win it all. Other people, big threes never work. So you literally got three different answers if you ask three different people.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch a recent episode, people say, I already don't know about sports. Nah, that's not true. I don't know the damn players, but I can just look and tell that something ain't right.
Yeah.
And I remember Chewy said, he was like, I think they'll be all right. I think they'll be able to pull it together. And I said, no, they're not pulling it together. This late in the game, you're not pulling it together. You're not going to pull it together in the playoffs. That's when you're supposed to have it together. And not only just have it together, it's supposed to be real together, real tight and real right.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong. You're absolutely right. You want to be playing your best but after we had that freaking stretch of hell when you're going against 10 playoff teams, that was on paper the hardest schedule 10-game stretch that any team within the last 20 years has had.
But that's one way of looking at that. Go ahead, I'm gonna let you finish.
I'm saying we went positive. We went 7-3 in that 10-game stretch. So it's not like we got blown out. We went 2-8, and then we beat the Timberwolves 3 times this season. We just beat them like 4 days before we played them in the playoffs. So people were rightfully optimistic, thinking we had a chance to win this series. Like, we just beat them.
Playoffs are a whole different beast, my friend.
Well, no shit. We learned that the hard way, and I guess
We learned it the hard way like 2 years ago, too.
we learned that the hard way the last 3 years.
Yep.
You know what that's good? You know, if you got to keep saying somebody learned something the hard way, you know what the truth is? They ain't learned shit.
But this one's different. RC, I'll let you go because I don't want to keep talking. But
Well, first of all, you mentioned the last 10 games of the schedule. Yes, that you could look at it as, we had a tough road to end the season, or you could look at that as, hey, that's going to prepare us for the how hard the playoffs actually is. If you're going to make a deep run in the playoffs, we're going to need some challenges, and if we're going to win 8 out of 10 games, it's usually going to be a variation of there may be a few blowouts, there may be a few close calls. We're going to have to dig deep. I don't think we used that last stretch for that. Now, maybe we did, and obviously these guys want to win, but I'm just so I guess, hurt by the team, salty. everybody, in my opinion, is being looked at like, yo, dog, what the hell was you doing? Like, Bradley Beal, dog, what was you on? Coach, come on, gang. You got out-coached crazy for 4 games straight. Couldn't make one adjustment. That's sorry. Devin Booker, I'm not too upset with. He did his thing. He gave it his all. Kevin Durant, I like him. I do.
I like him.
I do. But he ain't Kevin Durant from 6-7 years ago, and I think
that's the Suns' curse.
Yeah. I think we get players once they old and washed, and it's cool, but it's just like, dog, I hate it, but this is a what have you done for me lately type of team. And motherfuckers ain't really – I think Bradley Beal should be under investigation for pulling off one of the biggest heists in NBA history.
Oh, my God.
Like, fam put up more fouls and turnovers than he did points. How? Like, what are we talking about? And we're going to pay him $150 million over the next 3 years?
With no
For
trade
what?
clause.
With a no trade clause.
For what?
What about
before?
Oh no, go ahead.
Before you go, real quick. If y'all want to say Kevin Durant is washed, tell me his stats from last night.
Stats? No, I'm sorry.
No.
His stats are he got swept in the first round of the playoffs.
That's fair.
That's a stat.
But that's fair. But it could have been
I don't
way
wanna
worse.
hear
Kevin
nothing
Durant, 33 points on 17 shots, 9 boards, and 5 assists.
You're telling me about one game
1 turnover
in a loss. You telling me about one game that he lost?
Hey, Devin Booker had 50 in a loss. Sometimes it just happens, bro. I'm just saying.
you have 50
sometimes
in
it
a
just
loss,
happens.
there's-
See, I would love for you to be my coach because you nice and you're gonna let shit slide.
I'll get you to play. You know what I'm saying we
You'll
be
get us
winning.
to play. No, but and then when we don't, you'll make us feel good about it.
I'm just saying, look, I'm not trying to write, Artie, I'm going to let you go in a second. I'm not trying to write anybody off, and I'm not trying to give anybody any free hall passes for how the team played. The team played like they were unprepared, and I think a lot of that goes on the coach. Some of the players played not their best game. Bradley Beal played like ass in Game 4. I think he's a great player. I think he wants to win, but he just did not come with it, and I think he was not put in a proper position for him to be successful. Devin, I think, took too long for him to be confident and for him to be aggressive because he was not really that aggressive the entire series until Game 4. And Kevin Durant, and we're going to talk about why he was uncomfortable, but he was uncomfortable. He wasn't really playing in his position either. A lot of guys were out of position trying to make best of what they could do, and also Minnesota was just the better, more cohesive team. It takes a team to win. They were the better team in this series. That's just facts. And on paper, 2 number 1 overall picks and arguably the best defensive player in NBA history, or at least top 5 defensive players, they should have won, if you think about it.
I just want to, when I'm watching the game, something I notice a lot is with the whenever a team beats the Suns, I swear of all things they beat them off of is rebounds. Am I tripping?
No, and this was a point that I brought up earlier. It is not even in our game plan to rebound. If you actually sit down and watch a game, the Suns, and there's a great reason, there's a philosophy behind it. It's, okay, we have good shooters on this team. The idea of the offense is we want to create the best possible shot, and if we do that with these shooters, there's a likelihood that it might go in anyway. So we don't want to waste energy or potential foul or injury crashing the boards.
Oh.
So if you look at it, and no, just go back and watch any game. If you look at it, once the shot goes up, no one even goes this way. They all go this way to get back on defense. And you're talking to someone who has been studying these games and like, yo, what is it? So we get crushed on the rebounds because Nurkic would be down low, and if he gets the rebound, cool, but he might get 12 rebounds a game, 16 on a crazy, he did a bunch of rebounding, and the other ones will fall how they may. But if you literally go back and watch any highlight clip, anything, there is no crashing to the board. Once a shot goes up, Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, Bradley Beal, whoever puts the shot up, everybody just gets back on defense. And that is like, it's so blatant that you would think it's worked into their philosophy of we're going to get a good shot and then just get back on defense.
I disagree to that heavily.
Who did you see crashing the boards?
No, our guys fight on the boards, but also
No, they don't.
Listen,
You're disagreeing, but-
let me say this.
They get cooked on the boards. You
No,
might say
yeah,
they
no,
get
we got
fight,
cooked on the
but
boards because when a team has 2 7-footers and another 6'8" guy, fucking, we're small. Like against the T-Wolves, we were the smaller team
Yeah,
by
for sure.
fucking far, and the less athletic team. Athleticism wins on the boards. What do you not want to do in the
Rebound?
playoffs? No easy buckets. So what happens if you have 4 guys crash? T-Wolves get it anyways because Gobert's a fucking rebounding machine. Now you have Anthony Edwards out on the fast break. you're fucked. It's either going to be a foul or a layup.
So
you
yeah,
wanna
they
stop-
get back.
Yeah, they get back.
And
yeah.
they don't even try to rebound. That's all I said.
You have to pick and choose your moments, but the Suns team for the last couple of years, we have been relatively smaller teams, whether it be with Chris Paul and DeAndre Ayton, who Ayton was kind of soft in the paint. Sometimes he would, kind of stand in there and get rebounds. Not the strongest rebounder. We have not had a strong rebounder on this team. Probably Nurk is our most recent actual strong rebounder, but he's unathletic as shit. Plays hard. Plays his ass off, but he's unathletic. And then besides that, who? Shaq. And year fucking 34 head ass.
Miles Plumlee was pretty.
Miles Plumlee.
I'm just saying. We going through the. I'm trying
Lou
to remember.
Amundsen.
Alex Lynn, Miles Plumlee. They were a decent rebounding.
I'm just
We're
saying.
talking about 10 years ago, but
Our philosophy as a team has been, hey, we are a finesse team. That's just what we are. We're not a banging bruiser team. We're not, unless we change, unless we're able to get it. But finding those athletic bigs that can rebound and still push the ball, we can control it. They're fucking hard to find. It's not easy, or else everybody would have them.
so we got finesse, all right.
So I have to slightly disagree. I know the guys, they get back because we take a lot of threes and mid-range jump shots, so it makes it hard for us, everybody, to gang rebound. But I don't think it's because, they don't want to risk injury. Of course you want to get hurt, but I think they busted our ass. We just got fucking out-rebounded.
Yeah, but not only on offense do we get out-rebounded. We get out-rebounded in a shit ton of second-chance shots when we're playing defense. Like in the game I was watching, I think it was game 3. Bro, I was just we're just going to lose off the fact that we can't get a fucking rebound.
Yeah.
They're just, every time they shoot, they're getting at least, they were getting at the end of the game, at least 2 chances to score for every 1 chance that we had to score.
Yeah.
And just mathematically, you can't beat that. You're not going to win.
They're a big
Somebody's getting
team,
that
yeah.
many
That's
more shots.
why you have a big team like that, so you can get 2 or 3 or 4 chances. Kevin Durant being your power forward at this point is
Trash.
rough. It's rough.
Trash.
KD, I think, tries, but he's not going to go get his hands dirty, and he's not going to go jump over anybody like that all the time
And
because
he's
he
not
needs to save it
boxing
for
nobody
offense.
out for no rebound.
But there's a lot more things, and I want to go and I want to say this. Frank Vogel, I think, is a great guy, and I think he's put in a very unfair situation being a coach of a high-profile team.
You so nice, bro.
No, I'm not done. I'm just saying, we got to keep it to, hey, this is just basketball, so there's no need to, burn this man's fucking house down or some shit. We don't got to go that far.
I agree.
But, no, I think he deserves a lot of the blame because I think his lack of urgency and his lack of preparation is what fucked us.
I don't know how his preparation was, but I know in terms of making adjustments, piss poor. Give
Really
him an
bad.
F grade. For the fact that Bradley Beal had 4 turnovers and maybe 5 fouls and then committed 2 back-to-back turnovers and then ended up fouling. You have to see what's going on with this player and pull him out. That is 100% coaching. He's not giving you enough production to warrant staying on the floor with 3 fouls and 3 turnovers.
It's tough, but then you pay this guy max money.
The money part is
You can't do that.
In an elimination game, dog, I'm trying to get the win. I don't give a damn how much we paid you. Get on the bench.
Who
bro.
was playing better than him on the bench? Eric Gordon?
O'Neal? Did O'Neal start? O'Neal started.
O'Neal started.
Okay.
Grayson was hurt.
Well, I would have to say, I don't know about Okogie, but he did decent. He didn't have 6 turnovers.
Yeah, but Okogie, they leave him wide open. He gets the Westbrook treatment. Shoot the ball. You cannot have a guy on the court.
Goddamn, Bill only made 1.
I would rather have Beal shoot the ball 10 times out of 10 before Okogie.
Same, but if you're watching the game and you're looking at a player, anybody who watched last night's game, you could look at Bill's body language and be like, yo, dog, he ain't with it. Whoa. And if I can see that through the screen in my living room on the couch, Frank Vogel can see it looking down the bench or the court's right in front of you. You see this guy is very clearly making poor decisions. Pull him out the game. So I put a lot on Frank Vogel.
I think
dog, poor
Artie,
decision.
Artie, I hate to keep cutting you off.
No, you good.
I'm sorry, Artie. I'm sorry. But me and RC, we've talked about this a few times already. You can't, if you do something like that, RC, we played high school ball, we see in college ball. You take out one of your star players like that, and if it backfires, it's going to be really hard to go back to that guy because then people are very ego-sensitive motherfuckers nowadays. I get it. It's a lame excuse, but you have to go out with your best players. You do, and you have to hope that they get that shit right.
I think sometimes you got to pull them out too, because then you pull them out,
Right.
and then they realize, oh shit, I am not just gonna get to fuck off and bullshit and get to keep playing. Sometimes you got to pull him out so that he can sit there and go, damn, he really fucking pulled me out. This is some bullshit, and maybe that might get him to come back in and be mad and be like, fuck it, I'll show you. Don't ever fucking take me out the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Sometimes you gotta.
By then it
like
was too
you said,
late.
you got to make adjustments.
By
and
then
and
it was
late early.
See.
It was late early, but I'm saying, but Chewy, tell me if I'm wrong though. By then to try to pull out Brad Beal in the fourth quarter of game fucking 4,
But you don't let it. But that's what I'm saying. You don't let it get to that point.
Yeah.
But there's no other really options that we had, unfortunately, to replace him. Like, who else do you really have? Like, you pay Brad to be a part of your 3-headed freaking monster. That, hey, he's going to make up for someone. He just had a bad fucking game. People have bad games, and he chose the worst time to have a bad game. He knows it. Chewy, what do you think about how the game went down?
This fucking experiment sucks. Blow it up.
Okay.
Damn, blow it up.
You being serious?
Partly.
What do you mean? All right, then what do you mean by blow it up? Like, what can we really do? Booker ain't going nowhere. KD ain't going nowhere.
I know Booker ain't going nowhere. Bill, we can't fucking move. And then, I mean, best case scenario, maybe we can work KD in the deal. But I
You want to trade Kevin Durant?
Why not?
Let's
What
go
do you mean?
back
Why
and-
not?
Yeah, man.
What do you mean? Raise your hand if you want to trade Kevin Durant from the Suns right now.
I mean, I don't want to, but
yeah,
like,
if they did, I wouldn't be pissed off.
I'm not taking that off the table.
Who would you get for Kevin fucking Durant?
Whatever.
And then we just gonna have
A
Devin and
future.
Brad.
A future.
No, I think
we have like no control over our first round draft picks for like the next like several years.
I think what
It's
what
not
you
gonna be fun.
what you said is more what the Suns need though.
What's that?
Like we have people who can score. We have Devin. Why do we need? Like, so my bad. My point is, you said a guy who's strong and who will crash boards. I'll take that dude, to be honest, because he's gonna, one, probably have more stops on defense, and two, he's gonna be able to get us some fucking rebounds and at least put some type of fear in a fucking enemy whenever they're
Kevin
playing.
Durant, and I know he's older. I think he's gonna be 36 in a few months before the season starts. Kevin Durant is still one of the top 15 best basketball players on planet Earth right now. He's still scoring. He played a lot of good defense, and he played, I think this is the most games he's played since like his early years in Oklahoma.
That's not
and
a
OKC.
flex.
I mean, that's not a flex. That is a flex. Hey, the more games, the better. I think what's going to end up happening is Vogel's probably going to be out. We're going to get a coach that's going to be more forward-thinking, more aggressive. I'm not even going to throw out names out there because there's been a lot of options. Because, of course, the Suns wanted Tyronn Lue. J.J. Redick might be a fucking option.
I would love it.
The fuck no. I respect Doc.
Fucking
But
Doc Rivers,
hell
no,
to
thank
the
you.
no.
He's probably about to get out of the first round too.
But that's not really his fault. This team is fucking hurt. If you don't have Dame and Giannis, and that's not really his fault.
True. I mean, he shouldn't even been given that position in the first place anyway.
Yeah, he got a raw deal, but he made his money, so that's fine. The Suns we're gonna lose some players, we're gonna lose some bench guys, but I think we need to go back and we need to
all
get.
go.
Yeah, no, well, hold on.
Bless you.
Go to hell.
Thank you. You know, I was smelling all the bullshit in the air. I'm joking.
I just feel like personally, we should have Beal in like a 6-man role. Because I just don't understand why we have like a 2-guard backcourt, and I'm not. I just didn't seem to work on paper for me, really.
It's just hard because when you're paying a guy max money, you don't
know,
pay him max
trust me,
money
I
to come
know,
off
I
the
know.
bench. Like, we're fucked. Like,
No,
but
we paid DeAndre Ayton for fuck's sake.
I'm saying though. Well, no, we didn't give him everything he wanted. That's why he wanted out. 'Cause
Hey.
we kind of shorted him.
Still a lot more money.
But long story short, I think after the Suns fans, after we all calm down and we stop yelling at the fucking moon and we stop watching Stephen A. Smith say a bunch of bullshit like Devin going to the Knicks or whatever, we're going to realize that, hey, this team is going to have more time together. Our starting five is still one of the best starting fives in basketball when they were healthy.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Stat-wise, we were one of the best starting fives in
Were
the
we
league.
healthy?
I'm a Suns fan.
Weren't we
no,
healthy?
It's not.
Yeah.
Weren't we healthy just
Grayson
now?
Allen was the best shooter in basketball. Nurk
You're
had
telling
career
us
rebounding
about numbers.
stats.
You're telling us about stats and numbers that don't
Numbers
matter
don't lie.
after you've got getting swept in the first round. So what did those numbers lead you to?
We didn't have our starters. Grayson missed 2 games, and one game he did play, he was fucking hurt.
I don't know about the best starting 5 in the league, but go ahead.
I didn't say I said one of them. On paper,
Well, there's 32. How many? Like which one?
I would put us at least top 5 best starting 5 in basketball. Really? What other? Tell me 5 other teams you would take with a starting 5 before us.
If assuming everybody's healthy, Milwaukee, Boston. Honestly, LA. If everybody's healthy, LA, Denver. I don't love Taurean Prince, but the Lakers.
You would take the Lakers over us?
They're still in the playoffs.
Barely?
What do you mean barely? They're still
down,
in the
they're down
playoffs.
3-1. They might go
They
out
didn't
again.
get
They might.
swept.
Okay, yes, RC hindsight's 2020. Yes, we got swept. But this team, you give him another
Miami.
year, you gonna take Miami, the A seed?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think
They'll
if they
probably,
Oklahoma
find a
City.
way to go back to the conference finals again.
Miami's
I'm not
about to
joking.
lose this series, especially without Jimmy Butler. They're not going to win. They're
We'll
down
see.
3-1. They're going to lose.
I've seen the Celtics choke multiple times.
They're not going to lose without Jimmy Butler. That's just not going to happen. Miami's a tough look. I would sell every piece of gold in Phoenix to get Eric Spoelstra here.
Oh,
I would.
He'll never leave Miami.
Fuck
though,
no, he
rightfully
never
so.
will. Hell no. But but Miami's a good example. Before we move on, think about those Heat days. The Heat did not win their first year. Granted, they made it to the finals, but they didn't win. People wanted Spoelstra gone, saying, "Yo, we need Pat Riley to coach. Spoelstra's fucking ass. He's ass." What did Pat Riley say? No, this is the guy.
You're right.
He's gonna figure it out. I'm not saying Vogel's the guy, but I'm saying you got to be able to stick with a team. You got to give us time. We were the newest team in the playoffs this year.
You're missing a very important point though in that analogy.
What's that?
We don't have LeBron James.
We sure the fuck don't.
Eric Spoelstra had LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, Shane Battier, like absolute shooters, Ray Allen. Like, what are we talking about?
All right, 3 max guys with Dwayne Wade, LeBron, and Chris Bosh.
Yeah.
Fair. But then if you and LeBron, of
Anderson,
course.
who like?
But I mean, Kevin Durant is still in his prime. Devin Booker.
I don't want to hear that, dog.
Devin,
I'm
what do you
sorry.
mean? What do you mean
I'm
you don't want to
sorry.
hear that?
I'm gonna
Is
get a
that
lot of
wrong?
hate for this, but I'm sorry. I'm looking at Kevin Durant a little bit different after how this year went. I am.
Yeah.
You gonna really
I am.
blame Kevin?
I'm not. I'm not blaming.
blaming.
I didn't
I'm-
say blame. I said I'm just looking at him differently.
So then what are you
I-
looking
I
at
see-
him as?
I think when people say Kevin Durant, their mind goes to like 2016 or like some other time that was
he was top
6
5 in
years ago.
scoring all year this year.
And he got swept. You keep telling me about stats that don't matter.
Gosh, it's not just his fault.
Winning
though.
matters.
Winning does matter, but it's not just his fucking fault. It's not like
I'm
Kevin
not saying
didn't show
it's his
up.
fault. I just said I'm looking at him differently.
Yeah, I think
That's
there's a
it.
couple of games that I've seen where I felt like these are shots that he wouldn't have missed in prior seasons, like just little mid-range jumpers and shit that I'm like, bro, I don't know. To me, it just
Well, and Kevin, there's rumors in camp. I don't think Kevin really said it. He said that there was reasons why the season went the way he did, but he didn't want to make excuses for it. So he said that. But there's word on the street coming out that he did not like the way that the offense was ran and the setup with him being primarily in the corner. If
He
you're a
wasn't
vet-
comfortable. Yeah.
He was not comfortable just being in the corner waiting for Brad or Devin to drive in and kick it out to him. When Kevin's used to, I think, maybe getting pin downs and other type of screens for him to come off of and just pull up and shoot because he's 7 foot with a 7 foot wingspan. Nobody could block his shit. So that goes down to coaching and scheme for not finding a way on how to mix and mesh these 3 guys together so that way they're as comfortable as they can be together. Because I love Kevin, but I feel like too many times if Kevin tried to be playmaker, ball handler at the top of the key, his ass was getting ripped.
true.
Kevin got ripped a few times, which is kind of alarming.
He's a step slow.
He
I'm
is-
looking at him differently.
He is a step slow, but I still think we're going to win with Kevin and Devin at the very least. If Brad's going to be here, I don't know. But if he is here, we're going to win with him too. But I think a new coach and a more younger, bless you, see he's going around, a younger, more aggressive coach will have this team right again. But I think we, as a fan base that's slowly becoming a shitty-ass fan base, which I'm talking about the Suns, we need to stop going back and saying, well, see, we should have kept Aiden. We should have kept Cam and McKay. Like, bro, they're gone. Okay?
I don't think we should have kept Aiden.
Yeah, Aiden.
Thank you.
Aiden could have got the hell out, but Mikal and them, we could have kept them.
Same thing would have happened if playing against this Minnesota team with McHale in there. Maybe
We may not have got swept, but at least we would have all been together, man.
shut the hell up.
But you know what though? I feel like Mikal.
Respectfully.
When the thing about Mikal though is when shit would go bad, I feel like he would come in and go hard as fuck on defense. That's what I really felt like when I was watching. I never felt like the Suns would feel that tension of like we need to go hard as fuck on defense.
There was
and
nothing
get tired
to
of and you know what I'm saying.
What
Like,
did
go
that shit do
crazy.
against Luka that blew our fucking panties off at
Okay,
home in Game 7?
I mean-
McHale got fucking
But
cooked.
at least, I think there is something
Respectfully.
to that point. Like dudes would check into the game and be like, "Yo, we finna go after it." And there's something to be said about guys on the bench hyping their teammates up. Whenever somebody did anything ill last night, you never seen the bench going crazy, falling over each other. when we had the lead. You never saw when KD made a shot. You didn't see young boys on the bench doing like this. You didn't see none of that. We lacked that this entire season.
Yeah.
So I think what fans are referring to when they say, oh, I wish we had Cam and Mikal back, and hell, even maybe Jay Crowder or whoever, it's like there was a family vibe where like before the game, dudes was like dancing to NBA YoungBoy, just like vibing out together, high fives, what do you call it? Like personalized handshakes with each other. That shit goes a long way. And even if you're losing from a fan perspective, I know it sounds crazy to be one of those, oh, winning isn't everything. That's corny. That's not what I'm saying. But even if you are losing, at least it feels like, yo, we dogs in this fight together, and we're going to go down. I'm going to go down swinging for my brothers.
Yeah.
They're going to go down swinging for me. I didn't feel that at all this season.
All of that comes with chemistry, y'all. And I'm not telling you guys, I'm not trying to give you guys an after-school fucking lesson because y'all know this. But that comes with chemistry. That team, that Suns Valley Boys team has been together for some years. They had time for them to become friends. This team were a bunch of new guys that we brought on that they came from other places where they played all the time, and then you come to a winning situation, and then you're not getting no minutes, and now you're like, fuck, I know I could do better. So it's imagine being like, yo, I play for another NBA team, and I'm at least getting 20, 30 minutes a game, real minutes. And some of those guys had good games. Then you go to the Suns, you don't get shit.
Yeah.
And you got to try to find ways to be happy. I think us bringing on Isaiah Thomas definitely helped our bench energy. And I think there were some games where the bench energy was good. Like Isaiah was a good veteran on the bench. But that last game, you just kind of had a feeling that they knew that they had nothing else for Minnesota, and it was going to come down to like some lucky bounces.
Not just the last game, though. Throughout this playoffs, I feel like it was.
But I'm saying,
just
the last game, if we're talking about them not being hyped because that was our must-do game, and even when we were playing our best basketball of the postseason so far, we were still only up by 3 or 4 points. That's when I knew the game was over.
Yep. When it stayed close all game, I'm like, yeah, dog.
And then so.
But I think RC is right about the morale aspect of it. Like, I think that morale can almost be more important than like almost
It's important.
Like if you got two good teams, I feel like the higher morale team is gonna win.
Well, the more together team and the more chemistry team, and like when people have defined roles, it makes it easier to accept what you are. If you know, hey, I ain't getting no tick tonight, but I'll be ready just in case. But cool. But if you think, damn, I'm better than him, but he's getting tick or whatever, or you don't know,
You think we had that on our team?
we had a lack of knowing who's your role. Like I feel like our guys didn't know what their role
But
was.
that goes again. I think that's coaching.
No, that is coaching. But like I said, I'm not trying to make excuses for Vogel, but he got a tough hand. Literally swapped out your entire bench for a whole new team, and then you got to figure that shit out in less than half of a season. It's not fucking hard. It isn't. I mean, that's very hard. But I think
the caveat to that is what you swapped out your bench for, which apparently is the best starting five or one of the best starting lineups in the league.
Okay, well, no, I'm not. I'm talking about the bench. I'm not talking about the starting.
No. You said he swapped out the bench for a whole new team, right? Like you took the bench away.
We had Metu, Keita Bates-Diop, Yuta Watanabe, and Jordan Goodwin.
Yep.
All of those guys got shipped the fuck out of town.
Right.
And then we brought in Royce O'Neal. I got this.
We had Bobo.
Thaddeus Young.
We had Thaddeus Young. We had Eric Gordon. We signed Isaiah Thomas and David Roddy.
I almost feel like we needed Bo, low key.
We needed Bo.
He didn't get
Vogel was fucked for not playing Bo in that last game. Like that's how dare you? And I think Kevin,
on your own home floor when you know his reception to the crowd, like get the fucking fans involved.
You cannot keep putting Kevin Durant at the 5, bro. Like that's like Anthony Davis, but even worse because Anthony Davis hates playing the 5, but at least he's kind of used to it. He's a bigger body. Kevin Durant is he's not a thick guy. He's a skinny guy. So having him bang against Rudy Gobert and those
That's
guys.
crazy.
How much does Kevin Durant weigh?
Oh, maybe like 205, 215.
Yeah, 215, 220.
That's insane.
Which is crazy. That's
insane, bro.
215 at
I
7
weigh
foot.
205.
Well,
Yeah.
But all right.
And this motherfucker a damn half foot taller. No, it's more than that.
He's about. He says he's 6'11", but people say 7 foot. All right, last question before we move on.
So foot taller
raise your
than me.
hand. Or I'm gonna go around and ask you guys to see what you think was gonna happen next
He
year.
weighs 240.
Oh, shit.
240. Okay.
Kevin, we're sorry, bro.
Oh man, thank God,
He
bro.
put some weight on.
Yeah, he is a skinny dude, but he's strong. He's strong. I'm gonna ask you guys real quick. Chewy, are we gonna be better or worse next year?
I think we're gonna be worse.
Damn.
Artie, are we gonna be better or worse next year?
I think we'll be better, but I don't know how much better. I think again, I think it's going to come down to a morale thing, and I think that the team needs to. I think the coach needs to. I know that's kind of super simple to say, but the coach needs to get them on some like powwow shit. You know what I'm saying? Get everybody together around a campfire or something. You know what I'm saying?
They need like when the Bulls went to like Barcelona or some shit like that. When they travel, like that's.
They need more than that. Who do we even think are friends on this team for real?
I know Devin and Kevin are friends, but I honestly don't know if Brad is friends with them.
They need to send them to Survivor Island and there's some shit.
Right.
Yo, figure out how to stay alive for the next 2 weeks.
Escape room. RC, better or worse?
I think there's the Suns fan in my heart will not allow me to think that it can get worse than getting swept in the first round. Other than, I guess we could just not make the playoffs altogether. But I think we'll be better. I don't see us getting swept in the first round again.
We're going to lose in the play-in. Just watch.
That was crazy. Or that.
Look at the Warriors. They lost in the fucking play-in. Look at the Kings. The West is only going to get better. Wembanyama is fucking coming. And I might have...
Anthony Edwards is here.
Anthony Edwards.
How tall is Ant?
Like 6'5", 6'4". But no, Wembanyama... That dude is Kevin Durant on fucking steroids.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary. That's.
Do you imagine Trae Young on the Spurs?
Oh my! I'm about to go play 2K again. You gonna play 2K?
Nah. You think we're gonna be better or worse?
We're gonna be better. We're gonna have more team chemistry. Our starting five is gonna be together. We're gonna be healthy.
Hopefully, a better game plan.
I think we're gonna have a more defined bench, a younger, bigger, athletic bench. I pray to God we keep Bobo. There's rumors that Eubanks and Gordon might be gone.
Probably going to be gone.
Honestly, everybody can go. I don't see. Remember a few years ago, any talk about somebody leaving, it was like, oh no, don't take him.
That's not true. We all wanted Ayton gone. We all wanted Crowder gone. We all wanted Shamet gone.
No, who wanted Shamet gone?
We all wanted Shamet gone.
I like Landry
People hated Shamet.
I didn't really want Crowder gone.
I didn't. It was a love-hate with Crowder, but at the end of the day, we all knew he was necessary.
See, that's what I'm saying. Everybody's wearing freaking rose-colored glasses right now because if you wind back the clocks, oh man, I know we were winning and everything, but once you started losing, and especially after we got blown the fuck out by Dallas, we wanted everybody gone. Besides Devin. You didn't want nobody gone?
I for sure wouldn't.
You dislike Crowder strongly.
No, I was very you. Only somebody that you really love can get under your skin like that. You know that.
Bullshit.
You know that.
You hear this?
It's only somebody that you really, really, really love, like a family member or something that knows how to get under your skin.
Not getting swept, and that was a better feeling than what you're feeling now. So you
mean making it to the finals? Yes.
I'm talking about even making it to the second round and getting blown out by Luka.
I was talking about when we had Crowder. We didn't have Crowder when we was getting blown out by Luka.
Even fucking.
So we're talking about Crowder. Yes, it was
blowing
a
a 2-game lead. It still sucks too.
Hey,
Luka went crazy though in that.
No shit, he did.
He went crazy
on our home court.
Luka.
How many fucking times do we keep getting our asses whipped on our own fucking home court? It's disgusting.
No pride. That goes back to chemistry too.
I don't think nobody cooked the Suns as bad as Luka since Kobe Bryant days.
Yep.
I think that he gave me flashbacks to when I used to see.
Who else cooks the Suns every fucking time they play us?
The Minnesota Timberwolves.
We beat them in the regular season. Anthony Edwards played like ass against us until now.
They've been losing to us a lot in the regular season.
Yeah, so. Anthony Edwards, I think he was 1-11 against Devin until now.
Bro, what does that matter today?
Well, now today doesn't mean shit.
Yeah,
we got swept.
2 weeks ago, we thought that meant everything. But anyways, let us know in the comments below if you think the Suns are going to go far. RC, you crazy for saying that. Oh, when you really love somebody. You hated Crowder. You hated him. You wanted him gone. Admit it.
I loved him though. I didn't love him at the time. There never.
I didn't love him at the time.
Yeah. I didn't love Crowder. When it was good, it was good.
He brought that black Air Force energy type shit.
Yeah, he did. Yeah, and he brought that fucking missing and hitting the side of the backboard energy too.
Well, guess who else did? Fuck Bill. And guess what? I never loved Bill. Now let's be honest.
Oh my God.
Now let's be honest. He was never my
Brad,
guy.
I love you, Brad. All right,
can go.
Brad the first NBA player with get in the league with glass ankles.
Yo, man, no, we're not. Because watch, we're gonna get rid of Brad. He's gonna come back to us, and he's gonna be the reason why we don't make the playoffs.
That's what they always do.
All right, y'all want that karma? Y'all want Brad to come back and drop 70 on us?
Hey,
could you imagine?
I'd be proud of him.
Oh my God.
Brad goes to San Antonio with Wemby, and they fucking eliminate us.
fire. That'd be fire. He
I'll
would
have to
do
revoke my fandom at that
They're
point.
gonna have to
Yeah,
give
I'm
him
gonna-
Mega Man boots. So
All
he
right,
don't
one last
hurt his
question before we
leg.
move on. Who are you
Mega
rooting
Man
for
boots.
now?
that. LeBron James.
You fucking. Wait, who you rooting
I
for?
don't care. I don't give a fuck.
Joe, who you rooting for?
New York.
I'm going for the Knicks too.
Go,
Give me you too. Yeah, wait, give me
Nice.
better or worse next year.
We're gonna be better, but there's gonna be a drastic roster changes.
Oh.
We're not trading away Kevin Durant. You keep that to yourself.
I'm looking forward to college football, man. What's
Oh,
up?
shut up,
Shit
man.
over. This shit is over.
Fleon,
What's up?
Shador Sanders, head ass.
Mm-hmm.
You're not even a real Arizona fan. You don't like nobody from here. You a
What are you
Colorado
talking
fan?
about? What are you talking about? Oh, and the Cardinals just signed Xavier Weaver from Colorado, the wide receiver.
Yeah.
Fire.
You a Cardinals fan?
Yeah. I'm a Suns fan, dog. I just have the ability to be objective and evaluate what I'm seeing without my emotions involved. That's all.
That's true love.
That's not true.
That's
love.
all.
I don't
I'm a
love.
Suns
I don't
fan.
True
buy
love-
that at all.
You don't buy what?
I all the conversations we had. You were like, bro, the Suns could go 80-2, and you'd be like, I still don't believe it until like.
That first of all, that's just not true. And second of all, like I said, I just have the ability to be objective based on what I'm seeing. This is the outcome, and it's with no emotions or no feelings involved. Like, yo, dog, everybody, I'm looking at y'all crazy. And again, I don't feel the team feeling that I felt a couple years ago
Yeah, they don't got the morale.
when we had Chris
All right,
Paul
Mr.
and
Morale, the big steppers.
Mikal Bridges and all of them. I don't feel it.
All right, well then.
You don't either. What's up?
I do feel it. Suns gonna win.
You feel what?
I feel that we're gonna be good. I feel like we're gonna be fine, and I know there's gonna be some blame to go around. We're gonna get a brand new coach, and we're gonna ball the fuck out. When we
You
beat,
telling us about hope.
no, I'm telling you about facts. When we beat, write this down, Chewy. Write the fuck now. Episode 61. Sorry, I feel it. I feel the vibe. When we beat Anthony Edwards next year, you'll be sorry,
Bro.
I don't want to hear
You'll
this.
all be sorry.
What I don't want to fucking hear at all next year is I don't want to hear no more. Oh, we're figuring it out. Oh, we're pulling it together.
That's all we
I
ever
don't wanna
do
hear
is
that shit
figuring it out.
ever.
Now you don't even know anybody on the team. You're disqualified.
Why are you getting so defensive,
X him
bro?
out. 'Cause
See,
y'all
this
don't
is
know
the
nothing
thing.
about basketball.
This is the
But I
thing
was
that
right
people do.
though. I was right.
You have the sound?
You're allowed.
Damn it.
You're allowed to be a fan and be critical. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that.
But I like talking to actual fans that have been in the mud. You've been there, so that's
What are
fair.
you talking about? I
You've been
worked for
there.
the team for 2 seasons when we was ass. When we won 49 games and missed the playoffs. Before there was a
what
play-in.
take have
But
I
I was-
said that was wrong so far?
But you don't even
just don't
watch
like criticism.
basketball.
I just don't know their names. I
But
watch
I think
basketball.
I think Artie's opinions are more valid because if you listen when he says, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you, I'm not a basketball fan, but when I'm watching the game, this is what I'm seeing, and so like if a casual fan can pick up on very intricate things that you and I are talking about, it's pretty obvious. So I think what he's saying is even more valid because he'll tell you he's not studying the X's and O's. He doesn't he's not looking at the play they're running from the inbound. But if he can just look at the game and be like, oh well, something's going on with them, and they look like they understand this a little more.
You
That's
act
like the
like I
most
didn't play
simplified
basketball. Like he act like I don't know the rules. Like how many steps?
How
do
many
you
points
take?
is the free throw worth?
Yeah, like I know the general rules. I know even how to run plays and shit. If we was gonna run a play, if we was at LA Fit and you
Name a
said,
play.
"Hey, pick and roll, baby."
Honestly, Artie did give a pretty fair assessment. So,
Yeah.
nah,
So
that's
don't
fair.
try to invalidate him.
I know. Hey, I took it back. I shook his
He
hand.
was just-
you're right.
He was just in
I was-
the heat of the
yeah.
moment.
I was in the heat of
I
the battle.
understand.
Okay, but yo,
So real quick, did Anthony Edwards take Booker's spot in Team USA?
Anthony Booker
Ooh.
spot.
Yeah,
Well, Booker not
starting
gonna be
spot?
Yeah, starting spot. Yeah.
Is Booker gonna be starting?
I don't know.
I think Book should. But look,
Why not?
Book. Anthony Edwards is he's coming and he's going to be a really good player. But I still
He's a
think
good player now.
he's a good player now. But bro, Book was doing this shit when he had nobody. Book was fucking dropping numbers and then starting
Got
and
swept
learning
in
how
the
to win.
first round. So what did all of
You-
that get him?
This is the first playoff series win that the T-Wolves have had 20 fucking years. What they even make the playoffs last year? Anthony played last year.
So he got better.
No, yeah, he is getting better. But I'm saying, but it takes time before you get considered. Like you got to do that shit over and over and over again before you become a legit And
And how many times you got
Watch
to
him
get
win the
swept in the
finals.
first round?
Oh my fucking! We got swept. A loss is a loss. Does us losing in 6 make it better? No,
Actually, it does.
a little bit, but not a
then
lot.
you won one.
We got swept. Everybody gets swept. Jordan got swept. Everybody has gotten swept at some point.
Bron ain't never been swept.
Bron has been
did
swept.
get
We
swept. I know, he did.
it
We
was
got
some
him.
bullshit. Thank you.
All right, man.
I'm done.
You
talking.
just don't want to face the facts. That's what it is.
No, I want to face to face.
Let's go.
What's up?
Cut that out.
No, leave that in there.
We can't be on camera offering each other the fade. I love you, man.
I
We
love
brothers.
you too, dog. No, but see, we had a brother moment. Now we shook it off. You know?
Yeah.
Hey, you my brother. You know what
I'm done talking because apparently I'm just casual. Don't know.
Oh
shit.
my gosh, you are a casual.
Yeah,
But that's
whatever.
fair. It's good to have a casual
Whatever,
take
bro.
though. But you casual as fuck.
Whatever, bro.
Whatever, bro. Let's go to Hot Cues. If you're new to the channel, Hot Cues is a segment where we talk about different internet happenings, whether it be sports, entertainment. We try to do it in like 5 to 7 minute increments, but usually we go way too damn long because Gibby just won't shut the hell up. Are y'all ready for Hot Cues?
Yes, sir.
All right, let's get it. TikTok. Mm-hmm. How already got his claim to fame in
in Korea,
South
baby.
Korea. TikTok is on the verge of being banned. President Jose Biden, aka John Biden, Joe Biden signed he signed something. He did something.
It was a bill.
Signed a bill saying that TikTok has until the beginning of next year or the owners of TikTok. I forgot the company's name. I forgot the company's name, but the company
ByteDance.
Thank you. ByteDance has to sell all their shares if they want TikTok to remain an app, or else the app will be banned. ByteDance doesn't want to do it. They're saying it's unconstitutional. What do we think if TikTok gets canceled?
I do think it's unconstitutional. To be honest,
Very.
I think it's unconstitutional. I think that I genuinely think that they're underestimating how big of a fuss TikTok people are gonna make.
Mm-hmm.
I think that they're underestimating the shit show. You remember, like, I really do think you remember when we had the protest, the BLM protest? That shit's coming back.
You think people are going to protest that hard for TikTok?
Yes, I think they will, because I don't think people realize, like, even for me, I'll be honest, if that shit happens, I could see myself going to a protest. I'm going to be honest, most of the time when I'm on, like, where I get a lot of my news from, that I find the most unbiased sources is on TikTok. Pretty much anywhere else I see news, it seems very, like, biased and curated to either one side or the other. And I just like when somebody tells me what's going on, gives me facts, and I don't feel like they're trying to sway me in any way or the other. So I even feel like if you can get me to be like, you know what, I kind of want to go say something to these motherfuckers.
That's fair.
And I'm a pretty chill guy. There's a lot crazier people than me and that 100-something million people who have downloaded TikTok. I actually guarantee you that I'm just doing math here. If there's 100 million people who have TikTok doing this, you're going to create a little domestic terrorist.
Whoa, let's not say that.
I'm just saying mathematically.
Well, just to kind of caveat that, I think domestic terrorists have been created for far less.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
It's not a crazy thing
I
to
hope
say.
let's just all clearly state so
Yes.
we don't get in trouble. We hope that does not happen.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah,
No,
okay,
I'm all
I
about
think
an
there
old
might-
fashioned go talk to the
I
the
think there might
governor
be
and
some
your-
possible protests, but hey, we didn't protest over Vine, so like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm
I
saying?
think
So-
I think if TikTok gets banned,
Vine didn't get
I'm-
banned though.
I'm about to say, I don't
Yeah, they
think Vine
just
was ever
fell off.
under any scrutiny
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
a
really.
difference
Oh, banned.
banned is a big difference.
yeah, it's
Banned is
totally different.
and then another thing too.
But a TikTok clone will pop up and it'll be, you know what I'm saying?
But another thing too is think of the hours and hours that these content creators have put in to curating their following on TikTok. And if I'm being honest, anybody who's been on TikTok and built a following on TikTok, you know you can't just say, hey, go follow my Instagram.
Don't work that way.
It does not work like that. So you have these people who have literally they're making money, one. Two,
Some
they're
of it-
paying fucking taxes. So like they're actually like giving back to society through what they're doing. Like these people,
if you canceled all of any job, you're gonna have people losing their fucking minds.
Well, I mean, there's people that are split on the fence because of the reasoning behind why the government wants to ban it is apparently that there's information going to other countries that are I don't know any more or any less about it. So I don't know how deep that is or what the accuracy on that is, but that's why. So it's not just because they don't give a fuck or they don't care. But it's because they feel like it's some type of national intelligence going out to other countries that might not be our allies.
I'm just going to say never in history have I seen a bipartisan agreement happen so fast for anything. You're telling me that you can put together the manpower on both sides to really get this thing passed through the runnings when we still have crazy levels of just.
Well, that wasn't the only thing in the bill. There was like funding for basically all the fucking wars that are happening, and then
they kind of slipped it in.
They just
Yeah.
threw TikTok in there to get the Republicans to be like, hey.
Yeah, it was basically a deal or like a bill that it's kind of like the Patriot Act. Like if you go against this, you're not really like for America type shit. And so that's the reason why there was so much bipartisan support, because they stuffed the bill with other things that is basically like, oh, well, if you support this, and this, then just sign the bill to get these things done, not knowing that not necessarily not knowing, but like then way down at the bottom, they just stuffed a bunch of other stuff in there. Along with that being,
How do y'all feel about
TikTok
that?
out
Do you
of it.
feel like
It's
I feel
whack.
like that should be?
It's corny.
I feel like that should not be legal.
But they've been doing think about all the local state propositions that happen. They layer propositions with a bunch of bullshit. So that way you want to be you want to vote yes for one thing, but then you're voting yes for something you don't want to vote yes to.
Yeah.
Because it's layered. Hey, don't you want clean water for students? Yeah, but don't you want us to also give tax cuts to the extremely rich and
That's exactly how it happens.
and it's all on the same shit. It's fucking unfair. But for us to talk about that shit, we're gonna be getting into a whole other can of worms with that. So
I think if TikTok is done, bro, I might be off social media, because let's be honest, I get on Instagram every now and then, and I ain't been on Facebook since goddamn college. So
I mean, what about Clapper?
never.
I ain't even really posted nothing on Clapper in a long time. I haven't even checked my Clapper. I could be famous on Clapper right
You
now.
could
for
be.
all I know.
You could be. Chewy, how you feel about TikTok possibly getting banned real quick?
That would suck. I just started getting into TikTok, but more as like a consumer though.
Nice. You be scrolling?
I'd be scrolling.
Nice.
I really think I'm a hot cue for the hot takes. I mean, a hot take for the hot cue is I think it's about money. I don't think it's about anything else, because whenever you get both sides of the eagle flapping wind in the same direction, it's something about money. I don't think it's about whatever the fuck. Because like I was saying, we're talking about they're talking about potential risk, right? Like they're talking about potential risk. Sure, there's potential risk factors, but the owner is trying to work with you to mitigate those risks as much as physically possible. So it's not like he's not trying to work with them. I think that to base something off of, to take people's freedom of speech away on a platform based on potential risk factors, when you have real risk that happens every day, and be that gun violence and shit like that. These are real things that are happening every single day that we can't move fast on like this, but you can move this fast on something. To me, I'm like, it just seemed like there's money involved. And that's
Well,
what it
unfortunately,
really
I think we're never really going to ever know the true reasons why X, Y, and Z happens with certain things.
That's
And
a
I
lot
think-
of stuff.
Yeah, there's so many things that if we knew exactly why this is happening and who's behind this happening and the reasoning, our heads would fucking explode. So.
Speaking of which, and speaking of getting your news from TikTok, this is crazy. Y'all remember that Chinese spy balloon that was going on? Take this with a grain of salt. This is just something that I heard, and then I went and looked and was like, oh, they just kind of put this out, and you never saw a headline. That was not a Chinese spy balloon.
What was it?
It was an American satellite.
Oh.
And it was marketed, and for whatever reason, it was touted as this Chinese spy balloon, but that's not whatsoever at all. It was an American-made satellite that was basically hovering. NASA connects these satellites. Not all satellites go in orbit. Some of them just are literally floating with helium to a certain point. and it was just low on helium, and that's the reason why it crossed over half the entire country before they shot it down in the water. But it was not Chinese made or no intel. And that's just to your point. Like, if we knew everything, but guess where I learned that from? On TikTok.
Well, we about to get canceled just like TikTok if you keep being smart, brother, over here.
I'm just saying.
No, I know. Bro, look, if anybody with half of a brain, with enough maturity, who understands what this game actually is, you know what sells? Propaganda sells.
Mm-hmm.
Fear is a real thing that sells like freaking American pie. So we just going to leave it at that shit. Hopefully TikTok stays here. Hopefully they find a way to find some type of agreement. But if not, then...
And my last thing on it is, at the end of the day, I had some success on TikTok. I really feel like I could have went harder.
You both did. We kind of all kind of did.
But just knowing that, like, it's possible, and that I was able to, like, have multiple times of, like, having viral situations multiple times, just kind of, I think it was a blessing to have had been on the app and gave it a try, because now I kind of have a higher level of, like, belief in myself and my own content, that I feel like if I really do, even if it's towards reels or whatever on Instagram, and if I really lock in on that, like, I don't see why I wouldn't be successful. I think at this point, and this is my last thing about politics, is I don't give a fuck who the president is, and I don't care what party is winning or what. I really don't give a shit. Is tell me the rules, and at this point in my life, I'm gonna beat the game. That's how I feel. So it's like, we got to get it regardless, like, no matter what.
If you're going to keep it a buck, bro, the game's always going to be against you, but you were smart, and you will find a way to win, my brother. You know what I'm saying? All right. So that got deep pretty fast. Hot cue number 2, speaking of rules and winning and professionalism and everything like that, the Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul fight has now been sanctioned as an actual professional fight.
Yep, it's happening.
Yeah, so it's going on their actual record. I think the fight's going to be airing on Netflix, which is the first time.
Yeah.
That's going to be
Netflix
fucking
live
crazy.
Event. That is going to be wild.
That's going to be crazy.
Who's excited for the fight?
I'm not excited. I'm going to watch, though.
Who you got winning?
Bro, it could literally go either way.
Anything
could happen, and I would not be surprised.
All right, but if you had to put a dollar
I
on
want Mike Tyson to win.
All right, there you go.
But I don't know if he will.
Man, it's just like,
if it goes later rounds, I'm have to go with Jake.
It's an older dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, as much as of a champion as he is, it's like time spares no man, you know what I'm saying? So he is astute for his age, and a monster no matter what. But it's just like, you got if Paul is really in his, like, prime, and he maybe focuses on just, like, making sure he can put on some weight to take the hits and outlast Tyson, I think that he really just has a chance of winning just off of endurance alone.
If it goes more than 3 rounds, I'll go with Jake Paul. But in the first 2 rounds, I think Mike will, especially round 1, Mike will come with everything. Who you got?
I want Mike to win, but I don't know. I have a feeling it's going to go like the length, and Tyson's kind of just going to get tired. And
I think 8.
It's interesting. So I'd say if it goes like more than 4 or 5, then I think Tyson's done for.
I don't know. And maybe it's like, I don't necessarily think Tyson will get tired. I just think it's just like that half step that you lose as you age. Like, yeah.
I know, but I think Mike has, of course, he's just one of those, he's an athlete, you know what I'm saying? Even at his age now, he still can fight a decent amount of guys and hold his own. But I just don't want to see Mike get knocked out. You know how sad, you know how down brothers would be if Mike gets knocked out, like cold.
You would hate to see
That'd be worse than when Nate Robinson got knocked out.
My hope would be is that if Mike Tyson did get knocked out, then at that point, Paul would finally box a boxer his age that's a real boxer.
But why would he do that, though? He's making too much money.
Well, I'm just saying, like, at that point,
make even more money.
Now, at that point, it's like, okay, well, you beat Mike Tyson. Now
if Paul knocks out Mike, he needs to go fight Ryan Garcia. And that'd be the craziest.
That would be how much does Paul? Yeah, you can't do that. How much does Jake Paul weigh?
Make it happen.
Yeah.
You know how much money that'll be worth?
No, that's not.
I don't care.
He got to fight like. Well, he already fought. He fought Fury. He got to fight somebody his
Jake
weight
Paul's
class.
not a heavyweight.
I think that's the thing too. His weight class is kind of weak, dog. Like I don't know what weight class he is, but
I think it's like a middle.
he can't even
Well, I
name his
give it
own
is
fight.
Mike.
Yeah, he ain't Ryan Garcia too.
Jake Paul versus Tyson Fury would be a shit show. If anything, let him fight Deontay Wilder.
But see, I like I'm saying, if he fights somebody like that, I think he's gonna get the shit beat out of him. But he won't ever fight somebody like that. And that's why at this point where it's like, I think for me, this and just the type of person I am, this will be the last fight I watch. I'm watching because I want to see one of the greats like in action again. But I really don't want to subscribe at all to Paul's success and if he doesn't want to fight like boxers.
But see, that's the beautiful thing for Aaron, because I work in the industry to where that shit just shows for free. Even though I don't know how clubs are going to show a Netflix fight.
They got to get Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know, but I know what used to be on Netflix, Avengers Endgame.
Good.
And now it's
That's
on Disney. And our next hot cue is that it's almost been 10 years. It's been about, I want to say, since 2018. So about 6 years since Endgame came out.
Damn, has it been that long? Holy shit.
Yeah, dog. Ain't that fucking nuts?
Endgame.
And if you guys don't know, we're talking about Avengers Endgame. So the last two movies of like the Thanos saga. So where all the Avengers, Black Panther, Doctor Strange, Captain
Iron
America,
Man.
Thor, Iron Man, Hulk.
Spider-Man.
Iron Man.
Even though Hulk was a bitch,
yeah, he
they
went out sad.
ruined the Hulk.
He went out crazy on that. I ain't like seeing him.
Yeah,
mad
him
like
wearing a fucking hoodie and some slacks.
Fucking turned into a
it was
meme,
like
bro.
like a cardigan.
Whatever, and eating tacos. Man, I want Thug fucking Monster Hulk that would destroy a fucking city.
We're never getting him back, I feel.
I know.
What
we're
was
not.
his name? Banner or something?
Bruce Banner.
Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
What do y'all think about Endgame? And I know even though not all of us are giant comic book fans or Marvel fans or whatever, like, what did that moment really do for y'all, if anything?
Prime cinema, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
Prime.
For me, that was the last real Marvel movie I cared about as a casual fan. Like,
Yeah.
they didn't really make me care about much after those. They really played up the Thanos thing, and that was dope. But after that, I ain't really care. I think I watched a couple of the Spider-Man movies after that.
Spider-Man was good. No man. Yeah.
But after the Endgame, like Endgame was like the last one where I was like, yo, we got to see this. This is another Avengers movie. Like I'm trying to go see this. After that, it's just been a bunch of stuff that they have not made
It just
me care
like
about.
with Endgame, it just paying off the whole saga beautifully. It just like I felt like Marvel can never really get back to where it can like basically get back to where it peaked.
I think they could have continued it if they would have played. I think they played a different game. They try to get into like, okay, let's get as many like female characters out there as possible. Not that there's an issue with that, because I think that Marvel has amazing like women characters.
Easy now.
But no, what I'm saying
I'll
is
fuck with you.
instead of going that route, go like for the favorites first, because women read comics. Women also read male comics. So you're kind of in a way like you're shooting yourself in the foot. Like just pick the characters that are the favorites and put them on screen and go from there. And women characters will pop up, because like, for example, like X-Men, like Jean Grey is like one of the fucking dopest characters. Storm is one of the dopest characters, probably top 10 in my list of Marvel characters.
Rogue is fire too, but it's
For sure.
in the cartoon.
And so what I'm saying is you don't have to play that game with Marvel, because he's pretty good about that shit, with making sure that he has characters from all over the place. From
Feige.
Why is my brain cooking?
You
right
talking
now?
about Stan Lee?
Yeah. Stan Lee was really good about like utilizing real life stuff to build his characters. I think that they went too deep into that too quick, and it's kind of just.
But not
threw
even
it
talking
off.
about where Marvel went to now. Just at that point, if you were a Marvel fan and if you watch all the movies and if you watched from when Robert Downey Jr. was first Iron Man And then you started that and Iron Man 2. And then, oh, wait, there's Captain America. Oh, wait, there's Thor. Oh, wait, now there's Hulk. And then the first Avengers movie, when they all got together, where that movie still bangs today
Right.
against Loki. And then you watch everything and all the extra credit scenes. And then they even made like weird comics like Guardians of the Galaxy actually cool.
Yep.
And made them into household
Damn, they
names. 'Cause
did.
nobody gave a fuck about the Guardians until
Facts.
like Marvel turned them into like actual like characters and it made everybody care.
That's true.
And to see, it's like, yo, all my hard work and all my dedication for me being a fan paid off like it will for the Suns. All right, everything came together.
Don't bring them into
I
this.
will. Everything came together, and it was that sweet fucking moment when Thor, Cap, and Iron Man were all fighting Thanos together one last time.
Mm-hmm.
And then Iron Man, the guy who started it was the guy who ended it and saved the entire universe.
And when Captain America grabbed the hammer,
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, everybody was hyped. They're like, oh!
Yep.
that
Like-
shit was.
And on your left,
On your left,
come on.
Chadwick, R.I.P.
Come on,
You the
gang.
GOAT.
You seen the Dora Milaje walking through the little
He
force
balled
field?
back.
You ball
Come on, man.
He balled back.
You ball back. See, and so what I'm saying is they put that shit together so smooth. You know where I really think they have a chance, and I don't know what they can do with it, but I think with Deadpool and the X-Men universe,
Mm-hmm.
they actually that shit is
It's
interesting.
got some potential.
And it has that, and to me, it has like that more adult, like it's gritty, almost that the Avengers doesn't even have. I like the blood and gore stuff. I think that shit's dope. I think that they have that lane right now, and if they do that right,
They're going to have to do that right now because Ryan Reynolds is getting old. Hugh Jackman's getting old.
Yep.
You
Yeah.
know, so like you got to make these actors count unless you're going to just hit a hard reboot because nobody else can really play Deadpool besides Ryan Reynolds. That's just going to be a hard sell.
But they kind of rebooted the X-Men like team pretty well. I think like I've liked all of those X-Men movies, like the Dark Phoenix one and everything like that. Those were super dope.
Those ones, they kind of got mixed reviews. I think the most positive reviewed X-Men like piece of content that came out so far has been X-Men 97 within the last few years.
Their
That cartoon show is going ape shit. It's one of the best shows on streaming right now.
How many episodes of that is out?
It's eight episodes. I think they're about to go at episode, I want to say 6 right now.
Nice.
I think there's 3 episodes left.
My
So-
question is, I guess my question then, if that's the case, do you think superhero movies are kind of reaching their
They need
their
to go
shelf
away.
life?
They need to go
and
away
what's
for a little
next though? What would you say is next?
I want to see more original like movies and like different like doesn't have to be a superhero, just like different like stories being told of they might be super, but it doesn't have to be a revamp. Like, I don't want to see another Iron Man. I don't want to see like Spider-Man's kind of growing old a little bit. Like let these guys.
They
cool
overdoing
now.
the Spider-Man. A little
Yeah.
There's so many different Spider-Man
You
things.
know what? I agree with that 100%. If they're gonna keep doing superheroes, because I think that Iron Man was kind of a left field one from the jump.
No facts?
Like nobody expected Iron Man to
That's true.
carry the whole universe like that. Like I don't think anybody expected that. I think you're right. I think if they're gonna do superheroes again, they need to pick like a hero that just has a dope story and then make it really good. I actually think that this next. Have you seen the preview for the Joker 2?
I haven't seen.
Yeah.
it.
That shit, it looks good.
Well,
I think if they can bring Batman into that somehow,
I think that's what they're planning on.
bro, if they can, that might be fucking crazy.
No, not with Robert Pattinson. That's a different Batman.
That's DC, ain't it?
I feel like that.
It's DC, but it's a different universe. They already said that Robert Pattinson's Batman is not in the same realm as Joker. They might go back and change it.
Because in the Joker, Bruce Wayne's a child.
Yeah, so Robert, it's a different universe. It's all different multiverses and bullshit. But we'll see. Joker seems promising. We'll see how that goes. There's a lot of good movies. One last hot cue we got going on real quick. So apparently, I forgot the company that's actually doing that. I'm so sorry. We'll go back and we'll get the notes in it. But it's a company that's making, so they're like these new little mechanical robot dogs that's been out. I think the military has been using them for quite a while. But now there's one that's coming out that actually has a flamethrower attached, which I think was supposed to be used for wildfire prevention. But anybody could buy it, and y'all want to know the price?
What is? How much is?
It's going to be no more than $10,000.
Wow.
That's reasonable.
That's too reasonable.
Yeah,
Who
people
the
can get
fuck
that
needs a
shit, though.
flamethrower robot dog?
That's hard.
How is that thing control? Is it like a remote controller? Or what?
I think it is a remote control, but still though, like that's ungodly.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy. What's the main purpose of it?
Like I said, I think it's supposed to be used for like wildfire purposes. Like I think if they like burn it before it can like really spread, like some like different parts like dry forest and dry land,
Like a controlled burn?
yeah,
type?
without them being like without actually humans being involved with that. Yeah,
What's the battery life on that shit?
I don't fucking know.
Get hacked so much, and then you see all these killer flamethrowing dogs walking down Scottsdale.
Why Scottsdale?
I hope not.
Those are the only motherfuckers.
Nah, you take that shit over to Scottsdale. I mean Scottsdale. I mean
I'm like, you
Glendale.
said-
No, I seen him try to kick one of them robot dogs. It don't fall over.
No, the robot dogs are real.
They be sturdy. and
So, real quick, I think the purpose of those fire breathing dogs is to melt snow and ice off of your driveways and your
Okay.
sidewalks.
That'll work
I
too.
guess
that's tight.
But still,
We don't need that
hey,
shit
We
here.
don't need that falling into the room. We know some fucking idiots on live stream are gonna freaking singe their nutsack off trying to be funny with it.
I think that I'm not that concerned about it. I would honestly say we've had a much more dangerous robotic threat for a long time, which is like a drone. Like drones could be super fucking dangerous, and
Yeah, but I don't think you could buy a weaponized drone.
I mean you could easily weaponize a drone for
drone
less
can-
than $10,000.
And a drone can become a weapon if it crashes into somebody or it falls on somebody.
I saw somebody,
in the air.
Connect a paintball gun to the top of a drone,
Oh,
and was just
shit.
zooming around, pop, 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 hitting
How?
people with that shit. Not that, bro. You seen my little cousin built a hand flamethrower like Iron Man with
I don't
like
remember him doing that shit. I haven't been to your house in a minute.
$36. he built that shit with like $37, bro.
doing
So
the
if
plasma
he,
blast?
I
it
guess.
literally goes. And like fucking, and it depends on how big he opens his hand. Fire comes
What?
out. I might have to
Nice.
send Chewy
Is
a
your
clip,
cousin a fucking supervillain?
bro. He. I'm not gonna lie to you. He built that shit years ago.
That motherfucking mega mind.
He's way beyond
Imagine
that
what
now.
he's doing now.
Yeah.
Like that, he's like, those are kid toys.
Yeah,
Watch
That's
this.
fire.
Arm blade. Would you ever buy
That's-
one of those?
No.
Would you ever buy one?
Fuck yeah. I'll put a little AI in that shit and talk to it.
Already gonna put a Bluetooth speaker on it and play his mixtape. But that's hot cues.
Yes, sir.
Y'all ready for the last topic?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right. So speaking of Artie's mixtape and hip hop and whatnot, so
Dropping a mixtape. Fuck.
dropping a mixtape. So now apparently, well, not even apparently, there had the rap beef, hip hop beef. I cannot talk today. I'm sorry. The hip hop beef has gone pretty damn quietly.
It's over.
It's over.
I think it's over. It's
Break the
got
glass,
Corny.
Chewy.
The state of Tupac them sent a cease and desist to Drizzy. It's over.
Okay, yeah, but Drake wasn't trying to sell it. It did what it had to
Yeah.
do. We heard it.
Yeah, we heard it. I think that's the thing too. I think that's why he took it off. Like, yo, it did what I needed it to do. Y'all got it.
But I think it's over because Kendrick's the one who wanted to start the flame and then not come back once the wildfire started burning.
Did he start the flame or did he respond to first person shooter?
First person shooter wasn't not even a diss. They said we the big three.
He took it that way though.
Well, that's him. Like we ain't
That
trying
was
to diss you.
well.
Not
If
the 2, not the 3 on the UNO.
if
It's not a shot.
Who said that?
That was Cole.
J. Cole.
Not the 2, not the 3 on the UNO.
yeah,
Calling himself
I-
Muhammad Ali, like the
But
greatest.
Drake didn't take that as a called himself what?
Muhammad Ali, like referring to him as the greatest, the GOAT.
Okay, well yeah, that's not a diss. I'm saying yo, I'm the greatest. Like
I think to say Kendrick started it is not really accurate. I think Kendrick, at least he felt like he was responding because a lot of what he said was in reference to what they said. That's all I'm saying.
Kendrick had a more direct approach, literally saying "fuck the big three," which is like, "Yo, I'm pointing at you guys," rather than J. Cole just talking rap talk, saying "I'm the best." Like, what do you want me to say? I'm number 2.
So you think he started it?
Yes, I think Kendrick's the one who made it more of a beef rather than it just being rap. J. Cole was doing rap. Kendrick made it more like, "Oh, you talking about me? All right, bet. I ain't with y'all." And they needed that shit. So then most of us did not think Drake was going to respond. Drake responded, and Kendrick hasn't said shit because it got corny. But even then, Kendrick still didn't say shit. He did this on control. He called out everybody, and then that was it. He didn't say that was it. I'm trying to murder y'all. That was it. That's all he ever did. And everybody keeps gassing him like that because it is a really good song.
Great song, #1 record.
Yeah, it is. But it's not because I don't think it's just because of Kendrick. I just think he happens to be on the song. The song itself was hot, even if you take off Kendrick's verse.
Who's arguing that?
I'm just saying people are like, man, Kendrick won the rap beef. His song is better. That don't mean shit.
It wasn't his song.
But people on the interweb are saying that it's better, and they calling it people are dumb. No offense.
All right.
Welcome to the Cue Up Podcast. Artie, is the beef over or nah?
I think the beef is over when Kendrick says it's over. He's kind of been in control of it the whole time, low key. Because if he decides a couple months from now he want to respond, people gonna listen to that shit.
But that's gonna be some bullshit, though, man.
And it's really not that hard as a rapper of his talent to make it sound dope of why he didn't rap for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
He could easily just say some shit and be like, everybody go, oh, that makes sense.
Kendrick,
I saw the beef when I was sitting in New York.
Kendrick apologizers are gonna find ways to be like, oh, well, see, now that's hot. But then if Drake responds to that, Kendrick doesn't say shit for another 8 months.
I think the best
I feel that, yeah. But I think what I'm saying is Kendrick right now could just be like whatever and just let it slide, or he could respond. And I still think that it's in this kind of gray area where it almost make Drake look like, why are you so hungry for the beef? Like,
Right.
what is it? What to
and
drop 2 records back to back was.
Because everybody thought Drake wasn't going to respond. People thought, all right, well, after what happened with Pusha T, Drake probably ain't going to say shit.
True.
He's going to stay out of it. Drake's the biggest fish here. He doesn't need to get involved. He's not going to do anything.
True.
So the fact that he did, and the fact that he gave you 2 of them, and he even used AI, which AI has been a hot topic in hip-hop for the longest, like now maybe about a year or 2 years now, and it's only going to get even worse. Yeah, I think Drake could pull off doing something like using an AI Tupac and Snoop Dogg and not making it super-duper fucking corny. You know what I'm saying? Making it at least some type of interesting.
that shit was hard. I think the best thing that Kendrick is doing is he recognizes Kendrick is not on the internet. He not on IG. He not on TikTok. So he knows he's not going to win this internet meme game that Drake is playing and that Drake plays well. So he's making this like his own thing, I think, and that's the best thing he can do. He's not going to try to get into an internet off with the biggest guy on the internet. You're not going to win that. I think he knows that. And it's just like, I'm going to let this shit die down. I'm not going to play this game. I'm going to drop a record whenever I want to, whenever I feel like it. And then I'm going to go do some dope fly shit for another 6 months or a year or whatever. And then I'll get back to you when I feel like it. I think that's fly.
But no, I disagree with, to me, I don't think that's fly, in my opinion. I think
because you want the internet fodder.
No, I don't want the internet fodder. I'm just saying, if Kendrick is going to be the one to call it a sport, like, yo, we going to rap, and I'm going to rap now, and everybody's like, oh, rap, yo, Kendrick's rapping. Now you got other people rapping back at you. Hell, even J. Cole did before he apologized, so that is what it is. But Drake came up, and Drake said something. Drake called you out. Drake saying, nah, you ain't ducking from the smoke this time. Now, like, if you Kendrick, then like, yo, like, what's up then? Like,
but you don't
rap.
got to do that just because Drake told you, nah, not this time. Like, yo, dog, you're not going. You don't. That's the thing about a man who has control over his emotions and his responses. You don't tell me when I get to respond.
See, I think that's a lot of people picking and choosing when they want to be upset or not. Because if that happened to Drake, and the Kendrick said, nah, you ain't running from this one,
but again,
and if Drake didn't say anything, people be on Drake's head like, yo, Drake, you a bitch.
And I would say the same thing to them. Y'all just want the internet game. So yeah, if you are hungry for the internet games, you're going to try to instigate and provoke. Yeah, man, get out there. That's like in high school when the 2 dudes who didn't really want to fight was like circling each other. The instigators were like trying to really push them to do it because they wanted to see a fight. Right. Not because that's just what had to happen.
No, in my opinion, this case is literally one dude swinging on another guy and like, all right, I swung on you, and then, all right, the other guy, he ain't going to swing back. He ain't going to swing back. And then the other guy fucking gave you a 2-piece. And like, all right, well, you going to swing back? He hit you now. What you going to do? Whether they were hard or not, you're still standing. And the other guy like, I'll hit you back later. And then we all like,
yeah, I'm going to catch you after school. Now, what if I go to the trunk after school? Then what?
Well, then niggas.
Then what?
The clock is ticking.
No, see, you the instigator. See, that's what I'm saying. You the instigating cats on the yard.
How often do we get a chance to hear two of the best guys in the game go back and forth? And the longer it takes, the corny it gets. Because then you got other trying to jump in, trying to freaking get into the fight. But we don't want. We don't want Rick Ross in the fight.
So you let all the corniness die down. The Kanye shit was corny.
Rick Ross's shit was corny with the BBL Drizzy shit. That's corny.
Yeah, that's corny. It's some corny antics going. But again, if I'm Kendrick, I see all of that. It's corny. I don't do the internet thing. I'm gonna let y'all have it, and then after the summer, I'm gonna then go to the trunk.
That's one thing
You gonna be gone.
I never really felt like
School's over.
Yeah,
school's over. School's out.
Everybody got on their buses and went home.
We gonna be gone.
They're eating ham sandwiches and Fritos. All right.
I think that it would actually be in some way, I don't know why, but it would kind of be a dope response to really not respond and then just drop like an actual fire album. But see, the album has to be fire. Like it has to be really good.
That was my original take. Is Kendrick's dropping in May. It's gonna be some sort of project, but he's dropping in May.
But see, that'll be fake though. To me, I wouldn't expect Kendrick to do something like that. Like I know advertising is advertising, a promo is promo, but that would come off extremely fake if Kendrick did this just for him to kind of sell his album. That'll come off as wrestling to me. That'll be fake rather than him wanting to do it.
But what's wrong with capitalizing on when there's a moment?
I wouldn't think of Kendrick to be one person to be like, oh yeah, now I can just push my album. Like Kendrick doesn't need that. Kendrick, you're one of the best artists in the game. You don't need any extra promo because you barely drop maybe once or twice a year, if that.
So then why are you telling him to rap right now then?
I'm saying though, at least rapping just
for the
one-on-one.
sport and don't make money off of it?
He's the one who says it's a sport. Like, yo, like I'm trying to battle y'all. Like, what's up? I'm trying to murder y'all.
This is a sport?
He said it before. Like basically, like, yo, I'm here to rap. Like I want to compete. Like he's like, I'm trying to murder y'all niggas. You said that on Control. You said that multiple times before.
Control was 10 years ago.
Okay, he said that. Nobody really called him out for it until now. All the way until now.
I think he did a feature on somebody else's project that he didn't really have control of when it dropped or when it came out or what
he knew what he was doing.
Sure. But I think also in knowing what he was doing, he was like, okay, we're gonna put this out. Y'all are gonna drop this in March. I'm gonna let it simmer and cook until I get ready to drop my album in May, and then that's when people will hear from me again. And I think people trying to egg him on and like prompt him to get out there and do something that's outside of whatever his game plan seems to be is like, yeah, you're just instigating.
I don't really know if it's egging. I just think it's gonna be more of just disappointment at the fact that he didn't really come with it the way he could have. So
I don't think people are if you're a Kendrick Lamar fan and you know like anything about him, I don't think you would really be disappointed. It would be out of character for him to jump in and create a meme and post a meme about Drake and like that would be corny. That would be adding to the corniness.
I'm not saying the meme. I'm saying rap though. Like just rap. Like
I do want it.
I want to hear rap.
Fight.
I just want to hear rap. Ain't nobody gonna fight. Ain't nobody gonna scrap. Rap. Ribbity rap.
But nah,
rap.
But see, also
Rap
though,
now.
I actually feel like Drake is. I feel like Kendrick would be willing to keep it like professional, kind of. But I feel like Drake, he kind of on petty mode right now. It's almost
good.
like,
We beefing. I'm petty as hell.
Yeah.
This is Tupac. Kendrick, I'm disappointed. Let me down.
And another thing
Kendrick,
is
you a
how
clown.
long is too long nowadays? Because that's a good point. When Biggie and Tupac beef, how long was the space in between when they dropped?
Well, that
records?
was different because that was literally like on site with people getting beat up and worse.
Well,
So
and
that was more than
that
just
was
rap.
also a time where if you wanted to make a record, you had to go to a studio and actually cut a record. The timeline was different, I think.
Yeah, but they actually had pride. Now it's just these internet little wannabe thugs on fucking keyboards and shit like that. Like that's who's running this shit.
So you think it's over?
I don't care about it no more. Do
Damn,
you?
School's over.
School's out.
I think you care about it if Kendrick.
It was
dropped
cool during lunch, and now lunch is over. Once
I
all
think-
these other motherfuckers jumped in on it.
And that's why I really think like I don't know how or why, but Kendrick in a weird way still has some kind of control over this because I don't feel like he really got tagged up that much to where it was like, ooh, they got him.
Mm-hmm.
And
Drake said he has more, but Drake ain't gonna just do it. He ain't gonna be fighting himself. He ain't gonna be shadow boxing.
right, that's fair, but at the same time, it's like you have more. Say that shit then.
He said he did. He said, I'm on the loose.
You should just go back and forth with like an AI Kendrick.
Oh my God.
That'd be kind of funny.
And then Kendrick gonna sue him.
That would be funny as hell.
That'd be ridiculous. All right, just one last question. You think it's over?
Yeah, whatever this is right now with Rick Ross and Kanye corniness, I'm off it. I think it's over. Until Kendrick wants to say something, maybe in the fall or the winter time, then yeah, it's over. It's corny.
Do you think it's over?
I think if Kendrick decides to respond, it's back on. But as of right now, it's on a little hiatus. I think it's over for now.
So you think you're putting it on hiatus? You think it's hibernating like a bear in the woods?
I think it's like literally if Kendrick was like, it could be 6 months from now and said, fuck it, I want to respond to this nigga. He could do it.
That'd be corny to me, honestly. Chewy, you think it's over?
The battle is over for now.
Thank you.
The war is still going.
Oh my! All right, Shogun. Give you think it's over?
Kendrick's dropping in May. I'm calling it right now.
But do you think it's over?
No, he's dropping in May.
But are people gonna care if a bear shits in the woods? Do we smell it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's Kendrick.
Play, bro. They're gonna see the
Corn.
I'm clicking on Kendrick. When Kendrick drops a project.
I'm gonna listen to it, but it's still gonna be corny. Like, dog, where the fuck was this 2 months ago? No, that's not all we need.
That's not true.
Nah, man.
You don't
So-
care. You'll care.
You can't
He better
rush.
come with it.
You can't rush a
You better
true
ribbity
artist.
whip rap.
You just
rap,
said you just
Canada,
sit here and
rap.
mentioned Control. That shit
Rap.
was 10 years ago. You'll care.
I
You'll
said
care.
nobody. I said nobody responded to it though.
But you'll care. You brought it up because it was him barking.
That's when he called out everybody. Nobody called him out. But now he did it again, thinking shit was sweet. But Drake a real one. Canadians stand up, baby. Montreal mines. All right.
You got
Toronto.
it. You got it, fam.
Montreal on
Orange
mine,
man.
cousin.
All right. Where else am I missing? New Haven.
Toronto.
I said Toronto.
Oh.
Winnipeg.
Quebec.
Winnipeg, Quebec. Yeah, we got it. I got some Canadian. Yo, hold up.
All right, man.
Nah, hold on. Before we get out of here,
You got
I
some
got it.
Canadian loot on you.
I got 50. Yeah, we balling in Canada, baby. We balling, Drake.
What Guan fam? What Guan fam?
Wagwan fam.
Run me my peas.
How much is that? What can you get with that?
5,
that's a little something.
70. That's what I'm saying, bro. Let's go to Canada.
That's about 60 USD.
I know, but I'm gonna keep. We going to Canada.
Keep it.
All right.
All right.
I ain't going
Chewy,
over
Not
there.
USD.
Chewy, yeah, we balling to Canada, baby. That's episode 61.
You balling in
Round of
Canada, baby.
Not with that.
I need
There you go.
I need to learn all the Canadian lingo. I want to be able to speak fluent Canadian. I don't know.
Canadies.
Canadies.
Yo, I'm moving it. Me and Artie are moving to Canada. Gibby's gonna be our camera guy. All right, we're gonna be out there live streaming. All right, we're gonna be some Canadian thugs. Thank y'all for watching. Do not forget we're on Apple and Spotify. All right, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We need all of that. Chewy, how can they find you?
Radio Chewy on Instagram. Hit me up.
Yes,
Or not.
sir.
RC, how can they find you?
Calvert Productions. Hit me up on IG and TikTok.
Artie.
Artie Reeves on IG and TikTok till it the tick stop. You feel me? I'm on TikTok till the tick stop.
Until it drops. Gibby, what's the follower count?
158.
Oh!
It's not bad. It's not bad.
Slowly but surely. We're not going down.
That's
Hey,
not bad.
we ain't never going down. Follow my dog Gibby _Visions, one of the best photographers in the game. Follow me at DJ Aaron Michael. We love you guys. We will be back bigger and better. We got y'all, baby. Queued up podcast. Peace out. Canada, good night, baby. Yeah. Oh, and the Lakers lost.
Yep.
Damn.
Yep.